Hey everybody, it's Janice with Creating Through Chaos, and today we're going to take this bee skep that I drew, and I just drew this out on a piece of computer paper, and then I took some fabric and I put them right sides facing together, and this is just some fabric that I picked up at a thrift store, and I'm just going to pin this drawing that I made onto the fabric, and I did this through two layers. And I literally just freehanded this. It doesn't have to be perfect. I didn't want it to be perfect because I wanted to have a rustic look. So I just kind of drew out the best I could. I pinned it onto the fabric, and then I am going to take a marker and trace it out. So I'm just going to go around the whole thing. And I'm just using a black marker to do this. And then once I have it all traced out, I'm going to take the pins out and take the paper pattern off. So I'm just going to pop all these out. And now I'm left with just the fabric, and I'm going to put a couple of pins in this just to hold it while I cut it out. There's just a couple to secure it. I don't want it to mess up while I'm cutting. And now I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut this out. And remember that you're cutting through 2 layers. And we're not going to do any sewing because I don't know how to sew. I'm not very good at it, but I can glue like nobody's business, and that is what we're going to do. So now that I have it all cut out, I'm just going to pull the 2 pieces apart and then put them together so that the right sides are facing out. Once I had that done, I am going to take this black piece of felt, and I just cut a circle. I actually used the bottom of a candle holder and some embroidery floss, and I'm just going to put a running stitch of embroidery floss right around the whole piece of felt. So just going to go around the whole thing. And this only took a couple of seconds to do. I'm just using a regular needle. It was like a little bit of a bigger one so that I could fit the embroidery floss through it. And I'm just going to kind of go around and make one big running stitch all the way around the whole circle. And I chose like a gold colored embroidery floss that matched my fabric. So once I had that all done, I'm just going to tie off the ends on the back into a little bit of a knot and then just cut off that excess. Now I'm going to put the sides facing each other again, making sure that they're completely lined up how they're supposed to be. I checked the front and the back. And then I am going to start gluing it together. So I'm just making sure that it's all even because I did move it, so now it's a little wonky. And I'm just using a hot glue gun, and I put some fabric glue sticks in it. And I got both of these from Hobby Lobby, I believe, but I get the fabric glue sticks from Hobby Lobby. And I'm just going to start gluing all the way around the edges. So just kind of peeling up a little, putting some glue down, and then pushing it. And you want to kind of go slow with this process so that you make sure that every piece is covered and that you're not missing any spots, because when you go to stuff it, it will break open on you. And then I'm just going to go around the other side as well, and I'm going to leave the bottom open. So once I have it all glued and making sure that it's all tight, I'm going to actually stick my hand in there just to make sure that I didn't miss any spots with the glue. And now I'm going to take some fiberfill, and I did it in small amounts, and I'm just going to fill up the whole little beehive bee skep. And just kind of fill it all up. Kind of going slow. I don't want to push too hard because I don't want to pop open any of the glue. And again, just going in small bits to fill it all up completely. Once I have it full, I'm going to start gluing the bottom. So I'm just going to push it down and then just glue on either side. And I'm going to leave a small part open in the center. And just kind of pinch it closed. And then you can see I just left that one little part open. And I just wanted it open enough to put a dowel in it. Now that it's all ready I'm going to take my dowel and I'm going to paint the majority of it black. Just in case some of it happens to poke out and you can see it. I didn't want anybody to see just the plain colored dowel. So I'm just going to give it a quick coat of black paint. And then I am going to stick that right in the bottom of my bee skep. So I put it all in there and then just kind of glue around it to make sure that it's secure. Once it was all secure in there, I am going to take some raffia, and I just kind of pulled out a whole bunch of pieces of it. I'm going to stack them all together, and I'm going to tie a raffia bow right around the bottom. So I'm just going to kind of just make a quick bow, tie it nice and tight. And then just kind of mess with it until you get it to look how you want it to. Raffia is some wiry stuff, so sometimes it doesn't always do what you want it to do. So I'm just kind of messing with it, playing around with it until I get it to look how I want. Once I had it how I liked it, I'm going to take this old bobbin and I'm going to push my dowel down into it. I got this old bobbin at a flea market in someone's booth, and I bought it, and I think I only paid like $4 for it. And then I'm just going to push the dowel in all the way until it hits the bottom of my beehive. Then once I have it all secure in there, I'm going to trim up that raffia. And now I am going to add some little bees that I had. I think I got these at Joann's. And I'm just going to kind of glue them around, one on top, one over the little circle that we did, and then one at the bottom. And I'm just using the fabric glue for those also. And here I thought it needed something else, so I decided that I was going to take a rusty star, and I'm going to pin that to the top up here. And just kind of push my rusty safety pin through, and then attach the little star, and then I kind of messed with it to get it to sit how I wanted it to. And I think that looks super cute. Next, I made a tag that said, "Be kind," on a grubby tag, and I had this little beehive, bee skep rusty piece, so I'm going to actually use that. So I just took a rusty safety pin, I put the tag on, and then I added my little bee skep or beehive, and that is it. I think this turned out so super cute. I absolutely love it. I am not good at sewing, so this is like a total project for me. And I've really wanted to make one of these for a long time, and I thought that that bobbin was perfect for this. And if you can't find an old bobbin, you can always use a candlestick. I hope you enjoyed this project. I hope it inspires you to make one. Thank you for watching, and as always, don't forget to spread the chaos.